Morning and welcome to the fishing stream. Join me on a Sutton Courtenay Club match today. I'm on Culham Reach, it's the stretch of river today. I'm on peg 11, but for people that know the area, I'm fishing in the middle of the woods. Just go over the rigs today. First rig, it's a Bream rig that I've set up today. It's a Blue Hydro 013, which I think is strong enough, down to a 1.5 gram AS8. I've got a bulk, a little trimming shot. I've got 2 number 8s, just need to trim that hook length. And I've got a size 16 pole special hook. And then I've got my Roach rig, which is on a pink hydro today. Same rig actually, really, 013, same float, 1.5 gram AS8, and that is down to a size 18 Karanu from Guru. And then if I can't catch there, I've actually gone and got myself a whip, and I've got myself a DH20 0.3 of a gram, little dilly float, little tiny bulk, number 8s. I've got to trim these hook lengths, and then a B3050 from Census, Bleak hook. Now it's a Bleak hook, just in case anyone's not heard of that type of thing before, because it's got a longer shank, so when I thread the maggot up, there's enough hook to thread the maggot up, because you're looking to catch a load of fish on the same maggot. But I've never bleak fished before, so it's very unusual, so I'm going to practice and try it for the first time. And side tray, usual for the river really. I've got some red maggots, casters, pinkies, dead maggot. I've got some hemp, got some more hemp for the ground bait. I've got some worm, some other stuff. I'm going to ball it today. There they are, all ready to go. And I'm going to fish 2 lines on the pole. I've got one at 13 metres, and I've got one on my middle of my top 7. It's the same depth, so just as it's sort of it's the bottom of the slope, I would say. If I was clever, I'll probably draw a little picture of where I mean by bottom of the slope when I edit into a video. But so there's the balls. I'm going to put 6 or 7 on the long line, maybe 3 on the short line, don't know, something like that. It's probably going to rain. I haven't got my jacket on yet, but it's threatening to rain. It rained a lot this morning at 4 o'clock, woke me up, so I live relatively close, and there's a lot of rain this morning. There's no flow on the river, and the wind's blowing upstream, so the rig is probably going to sit absolutely still. I can't fish a feeder today. Don't know if I can show you. The trees are really overgrown, and we didn't get enough time on the working party to come and take these little side shoots out before the start of the season. So I would normally have a bream chuck here, but I don't have one today. I'll ball it. I'll see if the roach want to have a go. If they don't want to have a go, I'll see if the bleak want to have a go, and then if they don't want to have a go, then I'll sit on a worm for bream. That's the plan. There we go. Alright, let's get this moved around. So I'm basically going to now just put ground bait in for the next 5 minutes. Start on the long line, double maggot. Right, here we go. Let's see. Let's just try a caster. Yeah, but they're taking a single caster, Bob. So, well, we've 10 minutes in. We've got Bleak on that long line, and they are happy to take it on the bottom. They're happy to intercept maggots on the way down. They're happy to take a caster on the bottom. And they're happy to take double caster. So the question is whether some roach are going to come in and push them out. There is a little bit of a flow. I didn't think there was going to be, but actually maybe that flow's actually a bleak. But it could be if there's a little bit of flow generated when they open the lock. You know, maybe there's more rain upstream. So we'll see. Seems to be a lot of bleak activity. Try on the double maggot. A lot of bleak activity and less roach activity, which I understand, right? No flow. It's been bright, but today is a little bit of wind. It's not bright. You were saying before the match, could be a possibility of a good wake today. I've got worm, you know, I can stick a piece of worm on. Just sit out. But let's see. Yeah, I've gone straight over it. Not giving the roach any time to get on it. You know, I know in the winter they come straight on, but in the summer do I need to leave it a little bit longer? Let's see. See if we get another bleak on this line. And then I'll try on the short line. And if I get bleak on the short line, then I will. I'll have a look on the whip. Okay. I think that's what I'm going to do. You're not bleak, what are you? Little chublet. I suspect most of the fish are going to be bang on here, you know. There's no flow to speak of, and people watching the channel will know this, right? The water on the top of a river goes faster than the water down the bottom of a river. So this little bit of flow up here is no flow down there. You are a roach. Thank you very much. So I expect that most of the fish will be caught bang over where I put that ground bait, or just a little bit to the left. chublet. So you're just, no, it's not. It's Bleak. Oh, little chublet. Right, this run there with no bite. I think that could be, as soon as I'm sort of there, I could be way out of where I may catch any fish. I don't know, but I'm just going to let it run. I suspect though, by the time it's at this point, it could be too far down. I think those balls of ground bait are just going to be sitting there, and maybe they've spread, but they'll have spread over like a foot, I think. Is there any flow on the bottom of the river? I don't get a bite. So I'm going to hold it back this time. I'm going to hold it back just after I put that bait in. No time. Bite straight away. So that's slightly upriver from where the bait went in. So it's going to run onto where the bait went. Slowly. Okay, that's where the bait went in. Just about there. And I'm going to give it another foot in my head. Then I'm going to hold it back. See if holding it back gets me a bite on that spot. If it doesn't, just let it go for a little bit. Just a couple of inches. Then hold it back again. I expect that's where the fish is. Fish are. A better little chub. I'm okay doing this for a little bit longer. I'll have a few more goes here, double maggot. I'm going to hold it back again, just like I did, over the spot where I reckon the ground bait would have just maybe slightly broken up. So that's where the balls went in. Just a little bit further and then hold it back hard. Basically stop the rig. Just flick that maggot up and then let it go. And there's my bite. But they're all little chub, they're not roach. Just hold it back and then let it go. Interesting. Okay, it's a chub. It's a chub, Bob. That worked well, didn't it? Oh, a little duddy rough. It's a very interesting little fish. It's got a spine. I'm interested in taking fish down in my margin. I think the skill is probably not leaving it very long, because that bleak needs to hit it. If there's a load of bleak there, they're going to hit it up in the water, not when the rig's at dead depth. So let's get used to doing that with one hand, chucking it. I'm sure there's anglers that know how to catch bleak watching this going, what is this fella doing? It's caught bleak right now. Unhook it, get back fishing, fish in the net. That's the skill. Sign me up for an England place right now. Okay, that's better fish with that. Look at that, full of bait. Can you see that? Maybe have I got to top up more often because they're chublets and they're just going to ravish all the bait really quickly. Okay, just come up to the end of the first hour. I've had a few fish actually. I've had quite a few chub, little ones, on a long line, 13 metres, and then on a shorter line, just halfway down my top 7. There was a few bleak to start with after I put the balls in. They seem to have disappeared. And I'm finding that the best way to get a bite is to just hold it still, just, you know, a few inches, 6 inches past where I put the bait in, and then let it go, and I get a bite generally pretty quickly afterwards. And then if not, hold it back straight away again and then let it go again. I don't seem to catch any fish down the peg, and I think that's because excuse me, that there's not a lot of flow, so the bait's not moving very far, so they're concentrated on where I've put the bait in. So I topped up before I had a little go for fishing for bleak, and I've gone back out there again on double maggot. Then I've had another little chub, and I'm just wondering if the chub are eating the bait really quickly. See that I've got bleak down the bottom, so I think I might just keep fishing the line for a bit, double maggot, and then see what happens. The sky's gone very black over my head. Right, we don't want it to be a thunderstorm, right? Fishing 30 metres a pole in the woods. Right, where were we? Oh yeah, it just starts raining. It's gonna belt down now for the rest of the day, I just know it. I bet it's like this for the next 3 hours. Lastly, putting Bleak on the bottom. Well, I assume they're on the bottom. Now, what you have to also realise is I'm in the woods. So anyone else that's not in the woods is in rain like that. Now, I was thinking about putting the brolly up today and I decided against it, but I might even put the brolly up now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I can't get my number 4 and my number 5 apart. Oh, Graham. Right, it might disappear, the stream, and then I might be back again. What's the betting? By the time I sort this out, rain stops. I might not even have a brolly then. Yeah, so that's all academic. But I do have a spare 4 and 5. Someone said to me this is the problem when you fish in the woods, because even when it stops raining, it's still raining. Right, what's going on there? There's 3 better puttings in 3 fish. 3 better fish. Where's the ladybird? Where's that ladybird come from? Just put my maggots on the hook. water gathers on that roof. Okay. Right. So yeah, what's going on? What's going on with the pig? I've had 4 put-ins and 4 better stamped fish. I've done nothing. And what's the time? 1:45. So I think I'm going to top up again in 15 minutes. Another couple of balls. Just holding that back over that area. And look, I'm not even letting it go, I'm just holding it back completely. And a little chub. So I pretty much had all those 4 fish the same. Just holding it back just a little bit longer. Well, no, I'm holding it back a little bit longer before I was dropping it. So I'd hold it back and then I would let it go, and now I'm just holding it back till I get a bite, but over the spot where I think the bait is. So that's where the bait went in, and it's slightly to the left, about there is where I'm going to just hold it back. And I'm just holding it back till I get a bite. That's what's happened the last few times. I haven't let it go. No, it's not going to go. Look. Typical. It was. I held it back for longer. There it goes. That's where the bait went in. That's a little bit further. Hold it back here till I get a bite.
I like the wind's trying to take you away, and then you get and then you get and then you come. What? Nah, him. Okay. I just do the aura fall.
Right, just there. Yeah, I think I'll definitely another way to catch. Good update, 2 hours into the match. I've probably got a couple of pound actually. I've caught a bunch of little chub, got a couple of bigger ones, a little silver bream that weighs probably about an ounce. Got a couple of little perch in a rough, £1.5 to £2, maybe something like that. It's not fantastic. We've had a big rainstorm about an hour and a half in, and I went back out and I had 4 fish on the bounce. And it went quiet again, so I've just topped up with 2 more balls, and I'm just going to sit on it for 5 minutes with a big worm, see if there's any bonus fish around there, which I think is a good idea. I'll keep feeding my little bleak line, and I'll probably put some more bait in short, but maybe I'll miss this one, I don't know. But I was catching more fish on the longer line, so maybe I don't want to split them, I don't know. Need to have a little think about it. But anyway, a couple of hours in, a couple of pound in, looking for a bonus fish. And fingers crossed that float's going to go under. If you're enjoying the stream, that's great. If you're not a subscriber and you want to consider hitting the subscribe button, it's a free way to support the channel, and it's an easy way to find your way back. If you are subscribing already, then thank you for that. I really appreciate it. All the comments, all the interactions, you know, helps get fishing in front of more people. And as you've seen today, you know, if you do it all live, you can try and work it out, and you know, hopefully you can get some tips and just understand what I'm thinking about when I'm trying things out. I've just put some worm, quite a bit of worm actually, on my short pole line, and I'm going to have a look at that in about 3 minutes. I'm just staying on this 13-metre line, seeing if I can get anything on pinky, and I think the answer is small bleak, so we'll stop that idea in a minute. Okay, this pulls back, so I'm going to get the net out. It's not a big fish, little perch. Looks good for the cameras though, right? No, this looks good for the cameras, Bob. Just looks good for the camera. It's just a little perch. Okay, let's run a little bit of a worm over. Come on, clonk now, £5 bream. You're not bream. Right over the bait that time. Bit of roach. Looks just come out. Typical. Nice fish. I don't mind catching those. So that was right over where I put that worm. That wasn't anywhere, it was just right over the top of it, that fish. Maybe slightly to the left, but only a couple of inches really. But I don't think that's going to have gone far at all. It's not super deep. Another better fish as well. Well, that's not. Well, it's better than a bleak, isn't it? Trying to hold it back. There's hardly any flow, so I'm just trying to slowly edge that down the peg. It's at pretty much dead depth, so the bait is just bouncing along the bottom. Okay, next update, hour 3. Just started catching some perch and a couple of bigger roach just on this short line where I put some worm half an hour earlier. Might have £2.5 now, £3. I had a feeling that was bigger than it was then. Still. Nice nonetheless. Come on, Bream. Just looking at the time, I'm like, what time am I going to set out on a worm for a bream? Or am I going to keep trying to catch these small perch and the odd chub? It doesn't seem as good now as it was first time round. So maybe top up wasn't needed, I'm not too sure. Difficult to tell. I think what I'll do is I think something's got that, but I think it's a small perch. I think I'll top up a couple more balls on the long line maybe, and at the top of the hour. Not too sure what I'm going to do here. Then I've got to decide which line I'm going to sit on for a bream. Just giving that ground bait time to settle, in case anyone's wondering why I'm messing about with this. Bleak fishing. bit of sloppy ground bait because it's a bit clear. I haven't quite mastered this unhooking process though. This is defeating me somewhat. So I catch it, unhook it, and I chuck it back out, and then I feed. The whole idea is that you're fishing again quicker. So I see, so I read, watch. I don't know how often really I'm meant to feed. Maybe I'm feeding too much. So come to the slop. Yes, they do. Who would have thought this? Who would have thought that I would be sitting on a river, chucking in sloppy ground bait, catching bleak in a match? Not me. Not me. Although I need to know how to do it. These aren't even the right size bleak. I think you'd catch one of these and then go, no, I'll sack it off. They're not the right size fish for fishing for bleak. Too small, but got to practice. Blue. Right. I think it's good. Let's go for a pinky. Little pinky chaser. Nice. Right, come on, Bream. Let's be having you. Okay, that wind's going to be annoying. He says. Right, the bait went in just to the right of that. So I think we'll have this rig. There. Uh-oh. He's going to call it. I think that's good to me. He's going to blow the hooter. And that's my match, I think. Right. Little summary of the day. I've got about... I don't know, what have I got? Anyone's been watching, what have I got? Let's have a quick look. I've got that, £3. That's what I imagine's in there. So £3 of small chub, excuse me, perch and some bleak. As far as my match was concerned, I bought it with 7 balls at 13 metres to start with. I put 4 at about 9 metres. Went out, caught a few fish, came short, caught a few fish, topped up, caught a few, then they drifted away. I've alternated between maggot and caster, worm, trying to catch fish. Interestingly, not many roach. I think I've caught 2 roach today, 3 roach maybe tops. And one of them was on 10-inch hook length on the deck on a piece of worm, I seem to remember. So yeah, really interesting day. Couldn't get fish going, couldn't get roach going. But I think I caught what I could. And I set out for a bonus bream a couple of times on a worm, but it never happened. And that was it. Taught myself some bleak fishing, short, and I've had a pretty fun day. So yeah, that was it. So I'm going to pack up while it's not raining. I think it might come again later today. Absolutely soaked. I think the funniest bit of the day was when I went looking for a brolly, just to realise I didn't have a brolly. And now I've got to try and what was stuck together, this number 4 and number 5 section got stuck together, but hopefully I think that's a 2-man job to get that apart, so I'll get some help to do that in a bit. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you later. Ta-da.